Well, we appreciate you sharing these rare jewels with us, and your stories are fantastic. And you said earlier that we're going to go ahead and fire this 13 up?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're going to cut the film off right now. We're going to put this bike out, and we're going to fire it up.
Okay, I'm going to tickle a float in case the old girl is. A little reluctant.
We're flying right now.
Oh, okay.
Because what we'll do is
Let's see.
okay.
Whoops. It would help to. Huh. Okay. There we go.
There, we've got fuel up here.
Yep. I hope.
There we go. That machine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoops.
Wow.
I'm just amazed.
That is something. Does that sound good?
It's just, there ain't a noise in it. It just sounds like a good tight little motor.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much for starting that bike up for us.
Well, I wish I had the Cyclone up and running.
We need to time it. Is that where we're at on the?
I gotta check the timing, yeah, verify the timing and make sure. I told you the story about loaning it out, and I don't know whether when they put the mag back on it, whether they timed it in or not. And I've had other things to do and other stuff on my mind, so I haven't taken the trouble to.
Well, you loaned your
check it
machine out to another gentleman that was restoring and working on his Cyclone.
Yeah.
So he would have a example in the metal to complete his restoration.
Yeah, yeah. His was the one that Bud Eakins started with just an engine.
Ah.
And Eakins borrowed this bike to use as a pattern to build the frame and tank and so on and so forth. And he was doing a bang-up job of duplicating everything exactly, because this is the most original known Cyclone road model. There are two others that have been cloned off of this one.
Right. Right.
And Eakins was the one, and he got to the point where he could see that he was just a little more and he'd be able to take it for a ride, so he just started throwing stuff on and cutting corners and doing all manner of stuff, and
Hurried the project along.
hurried it along rather than take his time and do it right. And so after he sold the bike to this other fellow, the other guy wanted to know if he could come down and photograph my bike, and I was getting set to move from Southern California up here back home, so I told him, well, I'll make you a heck of a deal. Why don't you just load it up and take it home and do whatever you have to, and then as soon as you're done with it, just bring it to me, and that way you'll have a pattern rather than a bunch of photos and drawings and so forth. And he said, "You're willing to do that?" And I said, "By hell yes, we've been friends for 30 years, why not?" So that's what happened, and then
And it was popular to set this motor in an early Indian chassis for racing.
that engine would go in, well, it'd probably even go into that Thor chassis, although that Thor chassis is pretty light.
Yes.
But the Indian loop frame, 1909 was a rigid frame, and Cyclone engine drops right in.
Wow. And a stout frame for racing.
It's stout frame. In fact, the other racer that Marion Dietrich's had, the other Cyclone, was a Cyclone engine in an Indian frame. It even had the Indian front fork and gas tank.
Well, if we get that machine in time, we might come up and take some footage of that rare antique running also.
I would like to get it running and maybe take it to Minden.